Marlins and Cubs next. Nighttime skies over Wrigley Field on the north side of Chicago. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the East-leading Miami Marlins and the Chicago Cubs. Hello again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to Marlins Baseball on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons as we delve into our pitching matchup here in the opener.
Yeah, and as you look at the numbers for each of these starters, I think one of the big things to watch for is how many innings each of these guys can give their manager. You know, at this point in the season, both of these bullpens could use a break. So each of these managers are going to be hoping to squeeze 6, 7, maybe even 8 innings out of these guys if possible.
All right, Steve, EK will join us in a moment, but before he does, let's have a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Miami Marlins. And their order will read like this. They'll go to work against the veteran right-hander Edinson Volquez. And there's a look at the defensive alignment for the Cubs here. Everett Cabrera makes his way to the plate now as we're just about set for baseball this evening. First of 3 here on a Friday night as the first pitch is in there for strike one. EK, we take a look at the home nine as they take the field here tonight. They come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, they still find themselves stuck in third place in the division, but this is an important stretch for these guys. And if they can string 3 victories together, they have a chance to get back into it.
Well, that one looked like for all the world it was a sure single leading off the inning. It was certainly hit hard enough, but evidently it was hit a little too hard as it winds up getting flagged down, and that's just a tough break.
Christian Yelich will stand in here, hoping to perhaps get a chance to show off that speed of his as he currently sits 7th in the National League in stolen bases. First pitch coming. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. 67 degrees our game time temperature. Now the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Dyson is over now, and he puts this one away in foul territory, and there are 2 men out.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
David Rosario will stride forward, currently sitting in 6th place in the race for the National League hitting crown. First pitch coming. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Barehanded at his knees. Oh, it sailed right over his head at first. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Man alive, what a disaster defensively. And he's going to wind up at third after this one as they're going to score this one a 3-base error. Ouch.
Giancarlo Stanton will come forward now in an RBI opportunity he probably didn't think he'd have.
Yeah, it certainly didn't look like he'd have one, but now's where you really have to make teams pay. Nothing will demoralize a team in the field quite like having 2 out errors that lead to runs.
has a look. Now the pitch. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. He's set. Now the pitch. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in two that time. And a super play to gun his man down as the side is retired. Marlins lead 1. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. A look there at the starting lineup for the Cubs now. David Rosario will have the challenge of stopping these guys. This is a guy that's got a workhorse mentality out there, not afraid to throw a lot of pitches, but if he gets careless with his location, he can be hittable. And in the field, the Marlins will align themselves like this. Jarrett Dyson will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first. Low with the splitter, ball 1. This Marlin ball club, Eric Karros, as they begin play here tonight, well, they've been on a pretty good roll of late. Winners of 7 of their last 8 ball games.
And they've got themselves a pretty good-sized lead in the division coming into play. Certainly not out of reach yet, but they've got to be pretty comfortable with where they're sitting at this point in the year.
2-0 on the way. Looking to bunt his way on base, but he misses 2-1. Here it comes, 2-1. Runs up to bunt here and pops this one up. And he'll lunge forward to make the catch for the first out.
Probably the toughest part of this play here is just to locate the ball, because this thing's not going to stay in the air very long, but he's able to get a beat on it and make the play.
Dexter Fowler steps in now. First pitch coming. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
And if he can come in here and start putting that pitch in that location, ain't nobody going to touch him.
And he looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2.
Boys, that's 99 right through him.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
Well, nothing wrong with a pop out and a strikeout when you're out on the mound. And he's saying, I'll take this all game long.
Anthony Rizzo will get his first shot now. He's seen that average climb a bit here recently thanks to what he's done over the course of these last 5 ball games. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Already hitting 98 miles an hour here in the first inning. He's one of the hardest throwers that these guys will see all year long.
And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And even though it's still the first inning, you can already tell he's going to be a force out there on the mound. He's got that glare in his eyes.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. We've played an inning. No score. Marcell Ozuna will lead things off here as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt, and it's strike 1.
Oh, and you cannot get caught making up your mind to swing before you even see where the pitch is going to be. I mean, I wasn't even close.
Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
And this is what you like to see, especially coming off of a loss in his last start. These first couple innings, he's coming right after guys.
Taken the other way, but this should be routine out there in right field. Soler is underneath this one. One down.
Batting six.
Kyle Seager will stand in now, and as you can see here, he enters play fourth in the National League in round trippers. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one.
Yeah, those are the ones you like to start in at bat, especially your first time up.
I agree. Give me a nice, easy one in the dirt that I can take so I can really get ahead in that count early.
Now the 1-0. Here's a swing and a ball lifted in the air into fairly deep center field. And two quick outs here in the second.
You know, that's the thing with throwing a fastball as hard as he does. It makes fly balls travel that much farther off the bat. And this thing gets out there a long ways before it finally gets tracked down.
First pitch on the way. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
Third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Now here's the first pitch. First pitch of the inning is bounced up the middle, and they're going to get themselves a base runner rather quickly here as that's into center field for a leadoff single. And make it an even 10 games in a row he's hit in now as that bat has really come alive of late. Jorge Soler will step in now. First pitch to him. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
He's set, now the pitch. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. He waits, now the pitch. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure. And a splitter is over for a cold third strike as he's left shaking his head. One gone.
Well, this is due justice for the guy on the mound. He probably should have had the strikeout on the last pitch, but you know, at the plate, you got to know you're not going to get that pitch called the ball twice in a row.
Javier Baez will dig in here. Here's the first pitch. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there. So he's in safely there following the one-out steal of second. And with that, we take you to our team leaderboard to display the clubs with the most stolen bases so far this year. And you can see right there where they rank in that category. From the belt, kicks and deals. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Took second fairly easily. Any thought of third base here?
I don't think so. He's got a good hitter at the plate. Single is probably all he needs. I'd let him try to drive you down.
Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1. From the belt, the pitch. And a great location that time on the corner. 3-2 now. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Fastball, strike three called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
Maybe a case where he's more interested in taking a walk. He's in a good spot up 3-1, but winds up taking two straight pitches, neither of which was anything you'd call unhittable.
Here's the first offering. Fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. He's ready. Now the pitch. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. Bottom of the second here with no score. 2-1.
Well, if he's missing right here, he ain't missing by much. Not getting too many favors behind the plate.
A ball hit hard to the left side. That's in there, base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there. And a good at-bat there, as that, in fact, stretches his hitting streak out to 9 games now. Xander Bogaerts will get a shot now with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 2. Hit hard on the ground is short. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple. We'll move to the third with no score.
Leading off for the Marlins,
Gabriel Arnaz is ready to go here as we begin the third. Now here's a fastball up that he sends in the air out to fairly deep center field. Fowler is under it as he puts it away, and it's 1 pitch, 1 away to start the third. So 1 gone now in the inning, and it's a good time to pull up our upcoming schedule as you see what's on tap for the Marlins in the next 7 days. David Rosario will stand in. Now here's the first pitch. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
That is the hardest first pitch to look for because you just can't wait long enough. Not only is it a hard pitch to hit, but it sets up everything else you have.
Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
now batting, shortstop, Everett Cabrera.
Everett Cabrera will try it once more. He lined out to start the ball game. Now the first pitch. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Now here's the pitch. Oh, and he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch. And they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
The pitch. And looked like he jammed him that time a bit as it's hit in the air to center field. Fowler is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Edinson Volquez makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. Now the first pitch. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
Good waist pitch, 1-2.
I think he had him flinching on that one. That nearly came back to the inside corner.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called, 1 away.
Boy, and just a great call that time to turn to the changeup. That's one of those at the plate where you don't even wait for the umpire to make the call. You know you're a goner.
Jarrett Dyson will dig in. He popped out his first time. In there, no balls and a strike. And now a pitch on the way. One good fastball deserves another as he jumps ahead 0-2 now. Here it comes. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Pitch on the way. And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, both these two starters are matching each other in the early innings, stride for stride. He's an out away now from a 1-2-3 bottom of the third.
Dexter Fowler will stand in here hoping to at least put a ball in play here this inning. First offering on the way. And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Yelich retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief as the side is retired. Christian Yelich will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th.
Christian Yelich.
First pitch coming. Now a ball bounced towards the second baseman. Knee high, he barehands it. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Up next for the Marlins, first baseman, David Rosario.
In now, David Rosario. As he'll go after a curveball out of the zone to start the at-bat, it's 0-1.
And after another swing and miss on a pitch out of the zone, I think it's time to start taking a different approach.
Yeah, they've fallen behind way too easy, haven't they?
You're just not going to have a lot of success when you're always behind in the count.
Well, this is just a nice play right here, ranging up the middle. You can see that he doesn't try to rush things here. He just gathers it, steadies himself just for a brief second to square himself up, and then makes a good throw on target to get his man.
Giancarlo Stanton will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Oh, and he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1.
And that's something that you won't see him doing a ton of. And that's go chasing after a first pitch that's not a strike. He usually has much better plate discipline.
Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold, 0-2.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Struck him out, but he'll try for first on the drop third strike. And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout, and the play at first goes 2-3 for good measure as the inning is over.
Leading off for the Cubs,
Anthony Rizzo is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball that's 1-0.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
The 1-0. This one's a strike. It's 1-1. Now the 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
100 miles an hour is hard. A high 100, impossible to get on top of.
Here's the 1-2. Chopper foul. Another 1-2 delivery. And this is hit hard on the ground at first.
now batting, third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Chris Bryant will stand in. Base hit his first time around. Now a shot to center field. Back goes the center fielder, but this ball has plenty behind it, and it's a home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center. Number 10 for him on the year. And the Cubs are out in front now 2-0.
Well, we can show you the replay here, but I'm not all that convinced that this ball has even come down yet. Goodness gracious. This is a fastball that he absolutely barrels up. And with his strength, this ball's going a long way.
Up next for the
Jorge
Cubs,
Soler is in for the second time here as he looks at a ball high, 1-0.
And now's where he can't get discouraged out there. He's still pitching well, only down 2-0. Still plenty of time left to turn it around.
Now a swing and a fly ball. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. The 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to short. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. Our next telecast comes at you tomorrow with John Lester, the scheduled assignment for these guys. Should be a tough ball game, and we'll have coverage for you in HD and in 3D if you can get it right here on the show. Javier Baez will get another shot, called out on strikes his first time around, and he'll have himself a base hit.
Well, this looks like one of those swings where it was just a flat-out guess. This is not one of those guys where you can sit off speed and then just react to the fastball. You're not going to just react to 98. But give him credit however he did it. Put a good swing on that ball.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. And this one gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Yeah, and then just one pitch later, he essentially turns that single into a double by letting him advance into scoring position on the wild pitch. I'm pretty sure that's not what he had in mind.
Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball, 1-1. Comes set, now the pitch. Hit hard down the line toward the coaching box. It's a foul ball. 2 runs, 5 hits. 1 error for the Cubs to this point. Fouled back. Here's another 1-2. Got him.
And so far he's been real effective using that inside part of the plate tonight. I don't think that pitch was even in the strike zone, and Showtrack will confirm that for us right now. But I guess he felt like it was close enough that he had to take a rip at it.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to third. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 2 for the Cubs in the inning on the strength of this 2-run home run. We played 4. It's now 2-0 Chicago. Marcell Ozuna will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th.
Marcell Ozuna.
And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for one out of the zone for strike 1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it should be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
And so after getting the ground ball with the fastball on that last pitch, that'll segue perfectly to our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And my gracious, look at that comparison. Both guys into triple digits. That is some serious, serious gas. Kyle Seager will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. And he'll try to hold up on the pitch inside, but to no avail, and that's the first strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a shot towards second. Throw gets him, 2 down. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and set to stand in the fine second baseman Robinson Cano. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
And this is swung on, and it'll be another chance out there at second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Miami down in order. They trail things here 2-0.
Leading off for the Cubs. Pitcher.
Edinson Volquez will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
Yeah, he's able to set down his opposite number there, and I'll tell you, these 2 guys have pretty much matched each other pitch for pitch so far.
Jarrod Dyson will come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. Fastball in there for a called strike. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. Now we'll try to beat one out here, but this will be just foul. And the pitch. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far. And as you record strike 3 right there, he's now gotten to the odd number of 999 in his career. 1 away from the even number, a very solid 1,000. Here's Dexter Fowler now. And the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
Boy, he may strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
Now the pitch. Oh, he looks to be back in control now here in the 5th as that swung on and missed. It's 0-2 now.
And there's number 8. 1 away.
Now the pitch. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. So add one more name to the record book here as he strikes out the side on 9 pitches. More in a moment on the show, the Friday Night Showcase. Gabriel Arnaz will stand in to lead things off as the Marlins look to get things started here in their half of the 6th. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
And when your pitcher hasn't given up a hit, believe me, you're going to feel the pressure out there just about as much as he does. These guys know what's at stake. So that's a good job right there to look that ball in and then make a good, strong throw for the out.
That will get into right field, and the no-hitter will go with it. It's a clean single.
Leave it to the pitcher to come up with their first hit. I think even he can't really believe it.
Everth Cabrera will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
There to take it is Fowler as that becomes out number 2.
The first thing a pitcher does when he walks out of the tunnel here at Wrigley, he'll take a look at those flags and see which way they are blowing. I mean, this place, it can play like 2 totally separate ballparks from one day to the next.
And a check swing here. They'll point down to the third base umpire, but no swing on that one. It's ball 1. Here's a 1-0. Runners going. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. So they do get their first hit, but their first run will have to wait as the inning is over. 1 left for Miami. They're down 2-0. Anthony Rizzo will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
Oh, tough to catch up when it's moving like that. And now a pitch on the way. A little bit outside. 2-1.
And that's not a bad spot. Just go ahead and stay out there. Don't come down the middle because we know he can hurt you.
That's the 2-2 pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. The 2-2 coming. And he will keep it going on the mound. He struck out the side last time through. Now the streak hits 4 in a row. 1 away.
Well, he is definitely doing his part out there. You see his line so far. He's keeping his guys in the ball game. He's just not getting any help offensively.
Chris Bryant will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. Here's the first offering. And they start him out away with a called strike.
And even though he's pitching well, this is a part of the order that he's really got to worry about. They can turn a good outing into a bad one pretty darn quickly.
Ready now on 1-1. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Up next for the Cubs, right fielder,
Jorge Soler will stand in for the 3rd time now. Still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Now here it comes. And he misses there. 1-2. Here comes a 1-2. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Rosario is there, and the side is retired. Cubs are down in order as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Getting set for the 7th now with the Cubs out in front, and before the inning gets underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point. David Rosario will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
And that's what happens when you get two starters that are on top of their game. Been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and very even game through 6 innings.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Swing and a ball hit hard to third. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first few innings. Pretty dominant so far. Just the second hit he's allowed tonight, and the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
So a runner at first now with nobody out, and set to stand in the ultra-dangerous Giancarlo Stanton. First pitch coming. Fouled back. He's ready now. The pitch. Right back with another fastball. It's 0-2 now. Very difficult to get on top of the pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Now another 0-2. Fouled straight back. Here's another 0-2. Reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. Marcell Ozuna will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
First pitch coming. And he didn't miss that by much. It's popped way up on the infield, and I mean way up there. Here's Baez to make the catch, and that becomes out number 2.
He continues to pitch well out there. Here's his pitch breakdown so far.
Kyle Seager will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Right, especially starting off an at-bat.
Comes set, now the pitch. And this is going to be a foul ball. A runner on first with 2 away. As a look, now the pitch. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak. Here comes the Chicago skipper now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to do it here for Edinson Volquez. So he'll leave with the lead. Can't lose this one, but he is responsible for the 2 runners out there, so he could get a no decision if they were to come around and score. Justin Grimm will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the 7th. Robinson Cano will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
You think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
First pitch on the way. Well struck, but foul over by the coaching box. Good lead off his second there. Now the pitch. Oh, he checked his swing there and pops this one up. And Rizzo able to make the catch, and the inning is over. Javier Baez will stand in. Strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. The pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball hit fairly well out to deep center field. There to handle it is Ozuna, and there's one away.
You just get the sense that he's got it on cruise control out there now. Make it 9 in a row, he said.
Wellington Castillo will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. 1 out, nobody on. Pitch on the way. Now a swing and a sharp ground ball toward the hole. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And no chance at a recovery here, as despite a great effort that time, they won't get it out on the play. Xander Bogaerts will step in. A ground out victim his last time. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
1-1 pitch on the way. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame.
Well, I think there's something to be said for being patient, and then there's being overly patient. I mean, especially with 2 strikes, you've got to protect the plate up there. But he looks at 4 pitches, and he never even took the bat off his shoulder.
Ramiro Pena will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Now, he might have been on the on-deck circle just saying, man, I get 1 at-bat and it's against this guy? Thanks a lot.
Driven the other way out to deep left field. A leap as he crashes into the wall, but somehow hangs on for the 3rd out. Wow. One more look at the final out. A teeth rattler if ever there was one. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Pedro Strop will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8. Gabriel Arnaz will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far. Swinging a liner back through the box. And this is going to be through into center field for a base hit as the leadoff man's aboard in the 8th.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. Now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
David Rosario will dig in. 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. In time as he just gets the tag down.
Hindsight's always 20/20, and I know you want to avoid the double play. But this late in the ball game, I like my chances a lot better if I have the tying run at the plate.
Now the 1-0 pitch. And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the 2nd out.
Well, how about this out of the bullpen? 3 pitches, 2 outs. Can't do a whole lot better than that.
Everett Cabrera will stand in as they're quickly down to their final 4 outs tonight. Here's the first pitch to him. He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Jarrett Dyson will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far. They've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Now here's the pitch. Into right center, and they'll get a man aboard to start the inning. That's a base hit.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. You can see on the graphic right here that that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Dexter Fowler will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
And here, you've got good speed on base and at the plate. So on a ground ball, it's not a foregone conclusion you're going to get an out anywhere.
He waits. Now the pitch. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
It's starting to look like he's not going to get a victory here, but still, a lot of positives to take away from this outing is you see his numbers right there. More often than not, you put together a line like that, you're going to come away with a W.
Anthony Rizzo will get another crack. 1 for 3 thus far. Marlins have some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander is up and throwing. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
He's set. Now the pitch. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game. Well, it's been a game of starting pitching so far. As on cue, we give you a look at our starter comparison for these two guys in our 2-0 ball game. Chris Bryant will dig in. He homered back in the 4th. First pitch to him. At the knees, strike 1.
Come on.
He's set. Now the pitch. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Boy, it's one thing for a reliever to come in out of the pen and throw 100 miles an hour for 15 pitches or so. But he's right up there around the century mark now, and he's still throwing hard.
The 0-2 once more. And he's got another one. 15 strikeouts in the ball game, and the side is retired. Cubs strand 1, but they're on top 2-0. Hector Rondon is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth. Christian Yelich will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth, as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
Yeah, whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
And we kick off the ninth inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1.
That first pitch change can be a tough one. A guy doesn't have any point of reference to work from, and he just can't have...
Meanwhile now, this is a drive out to straightaway right field, and it's going to get out of here. A home run. It's a solo home run for Christian Yelich. Number 13 for him on the year, and the Marlins have made this a 2-1 game.
one rule for being a successful closer: you gotta keep the ball in the ballpark. He's still got a lead to work with after this home run, but his margin for error is pretty much gone now.
Up next for the Marlins, first baseman.
Standing in now, David Rosario. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike one. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Now here's the pitch. This is past the mound and into center field for a base hit.
A good job here. Stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots this ball right back up the middle.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. Quick check on that tying run at first. A dive, but he's back. Another look to first. A dive, but he's back in there. And again a throw. And the runner back. Another throw over. Runner back safely. Giancarlo Stanton now. And there he goes towards second. Pitch misses the throw down. Not in time as he steals second. Now a look and a throw back to second. Don't want to forget about it. One 0 on the way. Shallow center. Fowler is there to make the catch, and that's a big out, number one.
And you know, he's kind of going through a stretch right now where the ball just isn't jumping off his bat. He's got a good pitch to hit right here. Looked like he put a good swing on it, but it just didn't go anywhere.
Marcell Ozuna will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances. He could make up for all of that with a base hit, right?
And hold on there. That's not going to get him in there with the stolen base.
Well, this is a big roll of the dice here. I mean, you're the tying run. Luckily, though, this works out and gets him to a spot where he can score on just a sac fly. But if that didn't work out, you might have just run your team right out of the ballgame.
Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Looked like a slider there. A ball and a strike.
You showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call him that 2-seamer running in.
And a pitch out. Perhaps they thought the squeeze would be on. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a hard liner to center field. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. And they'll tie the ball game as the run scores, evening things at 2.
Number 15, third baseman, Kyle Seager.
Neil Ramirez will take over in a tie ball game with 1 gone here in the top of inning number 9. It looks like the Cubs will get a left-hander up and working out of the bullpen. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike one. Possible go-ahead runs on first, one away. The 0-1. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. Swung on in the dirt, and that's a strikeout. But fortunately here, no advance.
Well, that's just your classic 0-2 changeup right there. What he's trying to do there is to get that hitter's aggressiveness to work against him. And he just goes fishing in the dirt for a bad pitch and an easy punch-out.
Here's Robbie Cano now. On a big swing by Cano as he lifts this one high and deep out to right field. It's out of here, and they've taken the lead in the ninth. Santa Maria. A two-run shot here for Robinson Cano. Home run number 16 for him on the year, and it stakes the Marlins to a 4-2 lead.
And you know, the only way you're going to tie this guy up on the inner half is if you go up and in. If you leave it belt high, he can handle that pitch, and he handled that one all right.
And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up.
Gabriel Arnaz.
Into the box now, Gabriel Arnaz. And here's a ball hit in the air. Soler is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. Tyler Johnson will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Number 8, Tyler
A.J. Ramos come on that time to finish this one off here in the bottom of the ninth.
Number 44, A.J. Ramos.
Jorge Soler will stand in to lead things off here in what's now a brand new ball game.
Right fielder.
Fouled straight back. And the pitch. And this is going to be a foul ball. Here it comes. And he takes strike three called on the fastball. One gone.
And this is where the scouting report really pays off. I mean, sometimes you just got to go looking for a soft spot in the guy's zone, and they found one there.
Here's Javier Baez. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Bases are empty, one man out. Now the pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Now the pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen.
I'd say he's made a pretty good impression since coming on. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to start the inning.
Wellington Castillo, the last chance now with 2 out here in the ninth. Now here's the first pitch. A changeup floats outside here for ball 1. Pitch on the way. 1-0 pitch is a slider, swung on and missed, 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. And this is going to be a foul ball. 1-2. Close, but it's not over yet. That's ball 2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking on the final out. so that's a tough pitch to lay off.
Here comes a 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
And obviously a walk here would be a huge development in this game with 2 outs in the 9th inning. You want to bring that tying run to the plate.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, just a really nice come-from-behind victory here as they took the lead in the top of the 9th and then made it stand up. All in all, a tough loss here for this home crowd.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, really a dominating performance out there. Look at all the strikeouts. I mean, they just couldn't touch him.
So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter @MLB The Show. The Marlins win it 4-2. Good night from Chicago.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Miami Marlins, 4 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Cubs, 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 47 minutes. A reminder that extra southbound CTA Red Line trains will be available at the Addison Street Station, 1 block east of Wrigley Field. Northbound passengers are asked to board at the Sheridan Station. Post-game bus service will also be available on the 8 Halstead, 22 Clark, 152 Addison, and the 154 Wrigley Field Express route.